Hello, and welcome to the $1 Million Electrician Podcast, where we help home service pros like you supercharge your business and spark up those sales.
I'm Joseph Lucani, and together with my co-host, Clay Newmeyer, we're here to share the secrets that have helped electricians sell over $1 million from a single service van.
Now, it's time for sales. It's time for scale. It's time to become $1 million electrician. Hello. Welcome back to another fine episode of the $1 Million Electrician Podcast. I'm back here with my esteemed co-host, Joseph Lucani. Joe, it's been a minute, and I'm not sure what order you guys have been seeing our episodes in, but I've been doing some awesome interviews. I think I've done 3 now that Joe wasn't able to attend. You've had some health stuff. We're going to go into that a bit today. We've got a workshop tonight, though, and this is a little bonus episode for you guys, as live as we could get here today. It is Wednesday, May 13th. The evening of the workshop, that's today. And we're doing the draw from April finally. We have a lucky winner of the open circuit for April. That's going to happen live here on this episode. So I'm super excited. Joseph, how are you doing, brother?
Honestly, man, I'm feeling good. It's one of those things where the webinar tonight, the workshop is just, I've been looking forward to it since the moment we thought about doing it, because the ability of going and talking about how you can have a process defeat objections before you even give a number, before you even show up in the driveway. It's going to be an absolute massive unlock tool for so many electricians. I can't wait to lend the experience and, really prove how it's going to work.
Yeah, I love that because, and I don't know if you guys are listening to this or watching on YouTube, how much experience you have listening or exposure to Joseph here, the sales bot Lucani, as we call him. But there's a ton you can do before you ever get the objection. So that you don't have to sit in the awkward and give a bunch of pressure feelings, that pushy sales guy feeling, and rather you just kind of stump it before it ever starts. Does that make sense, Joe? Did I say that okay?
A better way of saying it would be more like it flushes it out. Like almost for those who like hunting, you're flushing the quail out of the bush, because the customer already has these preconceived notions. Like they want you to show up as a 10. They're not calling thinking that you're a scrub. Like they want you to be the best. And it's our experiences and our presentation that makes you look less and less like a 10. So what we've done is we've actually figured out what could we put into place so that when the objection is forming in their mind, we can immediately remove it or prevent it from ever happening. That way they don't have the objection when the price comes, because you've already removed the roots from forming.
Yeah, I love that. That's really good. I'm going to be selfish for a moment and speak to the guys watching this, hearing this little bonus episode released today, and say, we got a couple things riding on this. I personally have something riding on this. I made a bet with half the team this morning that this would be the first time the workshop got over 100 attendees. Now, we've been doing a monthly workshop this year, and the first ones were about 38, 40. Awesome guys, awesome ground. I mean, we made a ton of progress with these guys, had a ton of fun, really enjoyed it. Next ones were I think the last one we were up to 58. Retained for the whole 2 hours of that one, Joe. Really good pricing workshop, had a ton of fun. The bet is this is the one that pushes past 100. Now, if you guys help with this and click the link below and register for this event and come and get this value, work with Joseph this evening. It's like night school for electricians. But Joe, what would they take away? Like, what's your hopes that someone leaves this workshop with to make sure this is worth their while and not just my $20?
I mean, you're asking me to describe one dish at the buffet line, but like realistically, the way I would view it is that if you can go in and stop the most bone-breaking objections that most electricians feel, like I'm stuck with the one-legger, or I've got to talk to my spouse, or I need you to email it over, or I need to think about it, or it's too expensive. Like all of those can actually be completely defeated before you actually even give the number, so that when you're walking into it, you can come in with confidence, because that's really the biggest defeating thing. We're worried what they're going to say, and we're timidly giving the number, being like, is that going to scare them off? But if you knew that we were already bonded, we're emotionally connected, they know you, you know me, and they're interested in what we have, confidence goes up, charisma goes up, and presentation stability stays.
That's so important. I know too many guys, we've heard this, we always hear it, right? We fear complexity, we have low confidence in ourselves, we don't feel secure in this next big offer that we're putting out there. We see their eyes glaze over a bit. You've said a bunch of times, like the objection we bring tends to be the objection we get. And there's so much that goes into this. I feel like if all you took away tonight was even that piece and gained a little more confidence, a little better ability to represent yourself and stay in the fight a little bit longer. As one of my mentors said with speaking, actually, but it works with sales too, is like where most guys really want to scream and run out the door is near the end. It's after you've said the price. It's after when you should actually be most patient and really sit in that moment, sit with them, answer any questions, and make sure there's clear next steps for what to do. And even if you need to, little 2-call close or BAM fam, the rule that we say all the time, book a meeting from a meeting, book a meeting from a meeting, book a meeting from a meeting. Joe, how important are these things, do you think, and that psychology of it, to go in confident and really have that kind of that wherewithal, that sitting in the ridiculousness for this?
It's almost like, I don't know if you remember as a kid, like playing the game chicken, where you've got two people running against each other and the first person who moves plays chicken, right? Imagine the same kind of mentality happened during a presentation, right? You've confidently delivered your number. You've put it across the table. They're now looking at it. And there's this awkward moment, or awkward, depending on how you perceive it, where dissonance is building. The uncomfortable center chest gut is tightening, and you're doing everything you can to not say something first. That's actually the true game we're trying to play. Because when you come in and you start trying to justify the number before they've even asked the question, you are showing to the client that you have your own hesitations, which require your justifications. And that's actually what turns them off and makes them say, okay, maybe I should think about this. Can you tell me more details? Because they're looking for the break in the armor. Like, if you were so confident and good, why are you squirming? You're sweating. Like, what's going on, man? Like, can I just buy this thing? So that's the thing. If you walk into it with confidence, you will actually defeat more objections just by that silence and the confident smile while you're both sitting in that dissonance. And whoever cracks first is the one who's going to lose.
Yeah, this is so big. As you can tell, guys, there's a ton of value, way more than we could put in this little 15-minute bonus episode. But you can get that. You can capture that tonight. It's going to be 90 minutes, I think, Joe. If I'm being honest, guys, these things have a tendency to go long. I can't promise it. No one knows what'll happen, but the tendency is to be even a bit longer than that. So block a healthy 2 hours if you want to get the most from this, even if it just means staying behind with some of the guys that really take this stuff seriously. Again, I've got a $20 internal bet riding on, will this be the one that we get over 100? I wouldn't doubt it if we did. And besides, guys, I've actually already invested in an increased Zoom membership for you, Joe, to make sure that we can have up to 300 participants, because we were actually locked at 100 or less. So wow. I'm hoping that you guys help us with this. Come on down by just clicking the link below and signing up. You'll get emails with all the information you need, hosted on Zoom. You'll get the links, you get all the invites, all the information. So hoping you guys take full advantage of that. We've got some awesome wins this week. We're going to share a bunch of that tonight as well. Different case studies like Nathan, who hit his $1 million first year in business following these exact strategies. And I actually just mentioned Nathan. I gave him honorable mention, Joe, because if you remember from his first podcast, when he came on after a 75K first month, it was so clear how important it was for him to get a deal done, to get the kind of closure that we're going to talk about tonight. And it wasn't because he needed to be a millionaire. It wasn't because he was hungry for profits. It was. Sorry, I just realized I said that like a comedian I've been watching on this Kevin Hart Funny AF series.
Nice.
Sorry about that. Like a hungry hippo. But what it was, oh, panels in the closet. Oh, washer and dryer in the closet. Oh, dryer hose not connected. Oh, lint in the panel. Oh, fire hazard. If I don't offer more, if I don't get this deal done, I'm literally leaving a home with major safety concerns that are going to keep me up at night. And so for me, I think that's one of the biggest takeaways and greatest kind of overall metaphors, analogies, and parallels that I could use for this workshop and the importance of it, guys. So please grab that link below. Please come. Joe, anything else you want to say about the workshop tonight?
Yeah, really at the end of the day, I want you guys to take something specific away. And that is, sales isn't something you're doing to someone. Sales is something you do for someone. So the situation in Nathan, I'm sure there was those who had been really uncomfortable in that moment and saying like, I don't want to be pushy. I don't want to be salesy. I don't want to come across like I'm offering more than they asked for. But at the same time, if you conduct yourself from a level of honor and dignity, it'd be unethical for you to not tell them about that. Because then when there is a problem and you didn't offer it and they say, why didn't you tell me? You don't want to be like, oh, I didn't think you had the money. Like, that's a bad look. You don't want to do that. So save face and be above board.
Yeah, I agree. Who wants to spin the wheel?
Go for it.
I'm used to running a workshop, I guess. Usually we have more votes, but this is pre-recorded, so it's just you and me, man. We're going to pull up the wheel so you guys know this is fair. Look at this. This is the Wheel of Giving. Podcast scholarship draw. As you guys know, you've probably seen, we added our own little ad sequence to our own podcast here to let you know that if you follow us on several places, that you get some votes, some tickets into this monthly draw. And this one is for a 1-year open circuit membership. And that currently has value of about $1,500 USD. So without further ado, let's spin this wheel, Joe, and see who's going to win it.
Let's go. Ding, 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 ding.
And she's going. And she's going. Is it?
Oh, Matthew
Potter. Way to go, man. I don't know if they can hear the applause. Can you hear it, Joe?
I can. It's actually pretty cool.
Oh, nice. Awesome. So, Mr. Potter, if you have any relation to Harry, you might even get more exclusive access. Bad jokes. Matt Potter, thank you so much, man, for the subscriptions, for being a fan, for listening, for contributing. And least we could do is hook you up with this membership. So absolutely our honor. If I could say anything to help you make the most of that, man, we'll be welcoming you personally. Me and Joe will send you a message when you come into the app if you're not there already. That is in the SLE Pro app, where there's hundreds of electricians improving their service game every single week. You're going to get a weekly Q&A call every half an hour long every Monday. We do, what is it, 1 p.m. your time, Joe?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Eastern? 10 a.m. Pacific. So you get that. You also have a couple exclusive access calls, some evening calls that our clients run. And these are the exact same calls that Brandon and Joshua have taken advantage of. And these are a couple of heavy hitters new this year, guys making 20, 30. Heck, Brandon ran up 170 plus K ticket, 70K a month, went full time. So you have the same access that these guys had to make the most of it. I think it's worth well more than $1,500. That's just what we charge for the year. So congrats, Matthew. Welcome to the club, man. And we can't wait to have you as an SLE Pro too. Joe, anything to say to Matthew?
Honestly, so proud of you, man. It's one of those things where sometimes the smallest steps can take you to the biggest places. And your first step just got opened. And I'm really proud of you for taking those efforts.
You know, if I could just say I'm proud of us. We've come a long way with this. Yeah. I'm proud of you, Joe. That's easier to say than I'm proud of me. And, if I could just stop the podcast and say, I'm proud of me.
Like, F that guy. He's bald. I'm proud of me.
You know, we come a long way since the 5 just open lives 5 days a week, being in the van with you guys. We absolutely loved that chapter. But I mean, it was just us. And there was only so much we could give. Mm-hmm. And that ties us perfectly into kind of next steps with us, the things we're going into. You may have heard us mention this already, but speaking of giving more, Joe's got this YouTube special coming up. Tony, you might have to let me know in the chat. Producers in the background, when's the first More to Give episode come out? She's going to answer that one. But ultimately, More to Give. I mean, Joe, you probably introduced it best.
I can speak to it. Yeah. So it's been my passion forever, designing options, developing them, and thinking of different ways we can serve our clients. And one of the niche things that we do is we design 6 ranges of choices, meaning 2 premium, 2 mid-range, and 2 economy. And a lot of electricians can sometimes feel overwhelmed by that thought. So what I've done is I've actually taken real calls that our clients had given us and said, what would you do in this situation? I find the latest and greatest technologies that we could possibly apply to them. And I design a full suite of options where not only do I describe the situation, I describe why we would build the things we're doing, the context behind it, the technology that we're going to be employing. Then also, how would you price it in real time? Then how would you actually present it to the homeowner? So it's literally taking you from the very beginning of like, I don't know options. How would I do it? All the way across the finish line to I'm face-to-face with my client. I'm delivering this in a very high value way. And it ends with, how would you like to proceed? And then it goes, assuming a sale.
That's a superpower, man. Like literally the only thing that could be more powerful is just being in the room with you, with my new client concerns and building those options one-to-one or in the group. which happens at the higher level. Of course, guys, for those that are in the inner loop or curious on it, people are working with Joe, 3 hours a week on options?
I love
and
it.
they get
Oh my
so
God.
much value from this. In fact, we mentioned Brandon's 70K plus
Yeah, can I talk about that?
sale. Yeah, please.
Awesome. So Brandon actually had a situation where he brought in a client concern and he was like, I have to design this thing for him. And, what can we do? Because I usually would just start at this level, only offering this much. How can we add more to it? And to summarize a very long story, we went into options class and we custom built him a range of 6 choices. He had the input, we designed it. Then we continued, actually took him to a role play class where what we did is we actually role played it twice. Once where he presented it to me and I actually worked back and forth and critiqued it. And the second time was just before he was heading to the call. We made sure that we were dialed in. So we built it, we presented it multiple times. And the end result was that instead of getting a $630, $500 sale that he said I would have been capped at, it turned into a $71,000 client platinum.
That's insane.
Yeah.
That doesn't even make sense. Most people are like, bullshit detector going off. I wouldn't say it to you, Joe, but I'm just saying some people are going, holy crap, that's too much. That's crazy. And I wouldn't blame you for that. So check it out yourself on More to Give Mondays. So we have confirmation from Tony. The first one, episode 1, Monday, May 18th. So that's 5 days from now. That's awesome. It also means I got to get my butt in gear because I'm a little behind on my recordings for my Friday episode on RTFM, which I've mentioned a couple times, guys. Ode to my first year teacher, King Ohm. Absolutely love this guy. He came in, explained that RTFM means read the fucking manual. Excuse my French, but that's what he said. And it was so important because we realized, the shortest path from A to B isn't always just figuring it out based on information we already think we have. Sometimes you go through the manual, you follow something that someone already built, a set of structured and instructions to get you there in the shortest possible time. And that's been true for electricians my entire career. I've seen it work time and time again. Heck, sometimes we're doing instrumentation. We just take something apart, put it back together again, and all of a sudden it would work better. RTFM is going to be all about that. I'm going to give you a set of instructions for business, though, and simplify it and use models that you've never seen before. A lot of electrical theory tied into this in the simplest way possible to make sure that you understand the different steps and levers you have in your service business. And RTFM is one day going to be a book, too. So in a way, I'm kind of writing the chapters as we go. It's going to be a ton of fun, Joe. An awesome ode, again, to the first year teacher, King Ohm. That's about all the time we have on this. I'm super excited for you guys to get this extra value. Super excited if you're going to click the link below and join us in the workshop today. Joe, anything else to add, brother, before we part ways on this one?
If I only have a little bit of time, I just say it's an absolute honor being able to serve you. And I got to say, Clay, it's been a pleasure being side by side with you the entire time. But knowing that we get to serve the electrical community as a whole, when for the longest time we were the ones sitting on the sidelines behind HVAC and plumbing, it feels good to finally give electricians a seat at the table and then show how we're actually even able to thrive beyond. So it's my honor to serve you, and I look forward to doing so.
Love that, man. Well, thanks so much. Likewise, the feeling's mutual. It's been an absolute dream building this out, helping electricians in every facet of their service and just improving, building towards this $1 million electrical business. See you guys in the YouTubes. We'll see you guys at the workshop. And I just cannot wait to bring even more to you. And thank you again, Matthew Potter. We'll see you in the SLE Pro app. Thanks, guys. We'll see you again next week. Cheers to your success.
Be blessed, friends.